you like me now? How you like me now? Yeah, how you like me now? I'm flossing on you niggas like blah. Yo, so I'm a flop. Nah, that's where you guys are wrong. I shit on niggas, that's why I rap with a diaper on. Don't be approaching me with none of your mess, talk about where I belong. Just tell your friends all about me and sit and watch as they minds get blown. Niggas on that basic shit. Now I'ma go ape a bit. I know y'all pray for this, so don't trip. Here's a handkerchief for your razor wrist. My flow got a few ways to switch. Niggas act hard, I'ma change the script. Everybody begging to be up in your mind, cause they know I got skills y'all can't prevent. When I lace a hit, you impressive none. You can take it as a lesson, son. If you were smart, you would drop the mic and try to stick up a bank with a weapon drum. Till a man was slept upon. That's the reason the West was gone, but I set the bomb. When it blows up, you niggas don't know where the heck I'm from. I'm keeping it raw for show. Flow so diabolical. You all should know that it took like 10 whole years just for my balls to grow. No overnight success, I'm struggling just to write this mess. The road to righteousness was more than worth the skill that I possess. I was the nigga all you niggas used to climb. Now when I come around, I got you motherfuckers like, wow. Yeah, how you like me now? I'm flossing on you niggas like, hey, yo, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like, yo, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like, hey, yo, let me see you clown, motherfucker. Let me see, yeah, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like it?
Yo, SWIZZ and add another. My swagger makes your girl want to cut like upper. I'm that hot dog, my 16 should come with mustard. If you think I have a big head, then you haven't seen my brother. Back then, niggas swore I wouldn't make it rap and promised it couldn't happen and hated with a passion. A mixtape later, I silenced the laughing. Now the same ones would probably suck my dick if I asked them. It's obvious I have it locked like caps. Rockin' to a bitch fight beat that slaps. I do it major, poli-sci and bio. I don't have haters, only fans in denial. Now give me a minute to hop on my zone and I'm making it pop like Mary. I'm robbing the party to act all retarded, I'm making it pop like cherries. I know this nigga is wild, but I will knock him down. Just answer this question for me. How you like me? How you like me now?
I was the nigga all you niggas used to climb. Now when I come around, I got you motherfuckers like, wow. Yeah, how you like me now? I'm flossing on you niggas like, hey, yo, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like, yo, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like, hey, yo, let me see you clown, motherfucker. Let me see, yeah, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like it? Oh, so you wanna be cool, you wanna be pals, you wanna be closest friends? Yeah. See, a nigga so hot, that's why I'm popping up like I'm toaster bread. I say shit that don't get said. That's why I can't roll with feds. Illuminati got the eye on me and they gon' see to it that a nigga don't get fed. My purpose ain't hard to see. I pull up on rappers like pardon me. Your bars are weak, you with too much time trying to get your sparkling charm to blame. I'll be kicking them multiple syllables, ripping up shows and holding my genitals. Get a dose of the wicked flow before your niggas run up saying homie, you should've known. It's crazy how life could switch. I ain't gonna lie to you, mine was shit. Not anymore.
Shout out to Christian Walker, an amazing member.
Sharing the many agents who be loving the melodies that I supply them with. Yo, I got a note for all y'all who in a rap game with an album stacking dough. Y'all got big chains that start falling off like Michael Jackson's nose. Who the illest y'all know? Hops in your Bravo. I'm about to leave the building right now. That's all, folks. I was the nigga all you niggas used to climb. Now when I come around, I got you motherfuckers like, wow. Yeah, how you like me now? I'm flossing on you niggas like, hey, yo, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like, yo, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like, hey, yo, let me see you clown, motherfucker. Let me see, yeah, how you like me now, motherfucker? How you like it?
Ha, yeah. Let me ask you niggas something. How you like me, huh? All you motherfuckers that used to hate talk that shit. Huh? How you like me? I know I haven't made it yet, but I done more than your bitch ass. Yeah. I'm talking on this song like it's my track and shit. Sorry, Hop, for taking it over, but I had to. I mean, I didn't have to, but holla at me. You know what it is. Ha! Funk volume. One more time for y'all. Funk volume. Yeah.
You motherfuckers are quick to judge. It's all good though. You don't know shit about shit. If you only knew what I did. If you only knew what I could do. You could only see what I could see, you would probably stop bothering me. Yeah, I independently started this shit. Market and hits, starving for chips. No gasoline to start up the whip. Felt like the only nigga labels wasn't bargaining with. My heart has been ripped, I stuck with it as hard as it gets. These producers would always blow me off. Now that I'm blowing up, they don't recall. Talking about, yo, you my homie, dog. Oh, now you wanna hop on a hot train. Knowing damn well since 04 I had hot flames. My real buddies was mainly the worst. Hating to shoot my videos without me paying them first. So I slotted my $100 and watch them bitch on how it ain't enough. That money got my cell, internet, and cable cut. A real homie would've gave a fuck and not expect to pay up front to get the money later when I'm making some. Nobody saw the bigger picture except me. They neglect me. Only thing that protects me is FB. Come on.
You don't always have to stick by my side. Just make sure you remember me when I die.
I am raw, just to let you niggas know, bitch, I am raw. Don't forget me when I'm gone.
Yo, I was a high school grad preparing to go to college. An enthusiastic freshman majoring in economics. I didn't have a clue what to expect, to be honest. Banging beats in my dorm, streaming Pornhub constant. I figured I could make it out in 4 years time. Study religiously and graduate. Apply for a job. The rap thing was secondary. I was putting it off, calling it quits, assuming I had better chances playing ball. My third year came and suddenly that changed. I couldn't bear watching my mom at home suffering pain, trying to fight off the strain of only having half a stomach plus a handicapped back from a surgery that held nothing. So I returned to the valley and called the homie. I was all ruthless, getting shelled like a trophy. I told him how I left my life in the OC, and we concluded we can both use FV.
You don't always have to stick by my side. Just make sure you remember me when I die.
Yes, Fireball. Dope.
Let you niggas know, bitch, I am raw. Don't forget me when I'm gone, bitch, I am raw. This was written for niggas who wouldn't give me dap. Niggas who told me that I had sissy rap.
Y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up. YouTube really cares even if I don't.
Heard the word, I was buzzing. Come on, don't give me that shit. You backed out, now you trying to roll with my clip? What? Where the fuck were you when my signing bonus was spent? Huh? Where the fuck were you when I got the notice for rent saying I was getting evicted and I was hopeless as shit? See, I keep some names handy and you got thrown on the list. That's how you know that I'm pissed. I got you, don't even drip. Cause I'm rude over the nicest beats. You had to go ignite the heat. You might agree to beat, but yo, I'm not the type you like to meet. Nope. Life's indeed a journey that I have yet to finish. Hopefully my career is something that'll be epidemic. You'll always know that it's hops in the way I record sentence realness. I represent it raw, I'm the definition.
You don't always have to stick by my side. Just make sure you remember me when I die.
I am raw, just to let you niggas know, bitch, I am raw. Don't forget me when I'm gone, bitch, I am raw.
Y'all give me a second here. I'm a professional. Somebody decided to text me at showtime. Bad idea, but let me respond to this text real quick. It's important. I decided not to respond to it. Hey, but hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy. Let me do that again. It's your boy, Pigskin Pete. Happy Friday to everybody. As Raj would say, thank all of you beautiful motherfuckers for showing up and hanging out with me tonight. I've got an amazing and fantastic show planned for you tonight. This will be one for the ages. Definitely one you will not want to miss. Of course, like every call-in show over the past few weeks, I have a guest coming on tonight. But this isn't just any guest. And shout out to all the guests that have been guests, co-hosts on the Pigskin Peete call-in show, the most underrated college football call-in show on all of YouTube. You're all amazing and fantastic, but this one's extra special because we have an announcement to make together. That's right. You see it in the you see it in the title of the video. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. My man Cdogg is going to come on with us. This guy's outside of maybe D4 Sports. Uncle Lou's a hard worker. I'm trying to think of the hardest working guy. Mark Rogers. I'm trying to think of the hardest working people on YouTube. Cdogg is one of them. So y'all have a treat lined up for you tonight. Of course, if anybody else wants to call in, the number to call in is 864-207-4522. 864-207-4522. Even if you can't read, hopefully you can hear. Before we get to Cdogg, before we get to the chat, I do like to do an opening statement most nights. Tonight's opening statement isn't so much of a statement as it is a beatdown. I'm just going to be honest with you here. And I, I went back and forth. I hesitated to even do this tonight. But there is a certain individual out there that's begging for my attention. His dad died a couple of years ago, and he doesn't have a male figure to give him attention in life. So he goes around YouTube and everywhere else searching for attention from grown men. He's a kid. Was a kid to me, So I'm going to give him the attention he's looking for, and then I'll just move on from him. Who am I kidding? This guy isn't a kid. He's a 25-year-old man sucking on his mama's tit, living at home. Look, man, I'm sorry about it. I really don't know what Chess Hall is thinking. You know what I think it is? I feel like Chess Hall had good intentions to begin with this deal. But the problem is he doesn't know who he's fucking with. He's fucking with the wrong guy. Okay? He has delusions of grandeur of sorts where he figured I'm a Georgia fan, Pigskin Pete's a Clemson fan. I'm going to try to get some kind of dialogue, trash talk going with Pigskin Peete, and this will be good for my YouTube. I don't know what he's thinking. It could be good for his YouTube channel, be entertaining or whatever. The problem is Chess Hall doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's been watching the wrong people for the past few years. Or I don't know how long has Chess Hall been on YouTube? For a year? 2 years? I don't even know how long. A year, at least a year. The problem is this guy, he's a wannabe TTC guy. He's been watching too much 8 Camel Toes. And he doesn't really know how to trash talk. He does the biggest bitch move that people do on YouTube. I've seen a bunch of people do this. They want to trash talk about sports, but they can't keep it about sports. Because he doesn't have the ability to do that. So what he does is he takes personal shots at me over and over and over again. And then he goes, "Don't take it personal. This is just trash talk." Listen, you fat motherfucker, you fat loser, you made it personal. You're the one that made it personal. Now, I realize that there's a lot of people on YouTube that have been manipulated by this fat fuck for the past year. He comes on YouTube every 2 weeks on somebody's stream and cries about his dead daddy, and everyone's supposed to feel sorry for him. "Oh, I'm a fat fuck whose daddy died 2 years ago. Everybody feels sorry for me." Listen, sir, your daddy would be turning over his grave. He knew his fat fuck son, loser, was still sucking on his mom's tit at 25 years old. That's what he would be doing. Let's not get it twisted, folks. This guy's a liar, a manipulator, and he's been manipulating all of you into feeling sorry for his fat fucking ass for the past year. That's what he's been doing. And, you know, when I was 25 years old, I'm 40, so I'm going back a while now. When I was 25 years old, I owned my own business. I started my own business, built it from the ground up, the first business that I started, and I bought my first house. Me and Mrs. Peete, we bought a little 900 square foot shithole house and lived there for 14 years and worked our fucking asses off every day and sacrificed something Chess Hall wouldn't know anything about. Sacrificed day in and day out till we finally saved up enough money to build our dream house. A house that I never thought I would own. What has Chess Hall done at 25? This guy's priorities are all fucked up. What's his claim to fame? Crying about his daddy on YouTube every 2 weeks for the past year? Laying down, making TikTok videos at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning? Is this what his legacy is? He's making all of the worst decisions. He's making all of the worst decisions that you could possibly make on YouTube. He's going the way of 8 camel toes. And quite honestly, 8 camel toes has an excuse. 8 camel toes is a severe alcoholic. 8 camel toes has 10 mental illnesses. What does Chess Hall have? What's his excuse? I don't know. I don't know what his excuse is. And now what I'm hearing is this fat loser is blackmailing people. I'm not going to really speak on that other than, you know, it's not my place to talk about that certain situation. I'll let the person that got blackmailed by Chess Hall speak on that, if it's even true, which I trust the source that's it is coming from. But this fucking fat loser's never done anything in his life. Nothing. And the people in Chess Hall's life have been enabling him for his entire life, and he's doing the same. Chess Hall might actually be a genius because he's managed to manipulate people into feeling sorry for him for his entire fucking life. That's what he's done. But I don't feel sorry for you, fat boy. I don't feel sorry for you at all. I really don't. I'm a guy that I keep to myself on YouTube. I always have, and I'll continue to do that. But when you start, as Rod would say, bend over, suck my fucking nuts. I'll give you the goat, son. I'll give you the goat if you want it. If you really want it, clearly you do want it. Somebody should sat your fat ass down when you were about 18 years old and giving you the goat. Maybe you wouldn't be such a fucking loser now. Maybe. You know, when I was 18 years old, my parents sat me down. I was a senior in high school. My parents sat me down and said, son, you're 18 years old. You're about to graduate high school. If you get into college, whatever college you get into, we will do our best to make it happen and help support you. But if you decide not to go to college, you're on your own. Don't come around here asking for anything. That's what my parents told me when I was 18 years old. As fate would have it, I didn't go to college. So extenuating circumstances in my life at that time did not allow that to happen. So what did I do? I went out and made a life for myself. Chess. I went out and made a life for myself. A guy with no college degree went out and built a life for myself. Yeah, here you are, you're fat, lazy ass at 25, still can't figure out how to do that. Probably never will. And that's unfortunate. You know, it's really unfortunate. But anyway, I think I've gone on long enough about this fat fucking loser. I think I've given him enough attention. The attention that he's looking for. You know. You can send me a message on Twitter or wherever else trying to extort me for money. I ain't fucking paying your fat ass. Ain't gonna happen. Go hit up somebody else. You know. All right, let's bring on Cdogg here. I don't even know. I think this is Cdogg here. What's up? You're on with Peete.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, sorry about that.
Damn.
This show was meant to be about me and Cdogg. That's the way it was planned anyway. How you doing, buddy?
I mean, damn. That is that's a lot to follow up.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm doing good, man.
Good. I mean, the fat loser's welcome to call in if he wants to call in. You know, he's been begging for my attention for so long that it's only right if he calls in. But I doubt he'll do that. But anyway, Cdogg.
I think he's doing a show.
Is he doing a show right now? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, he's really got some balls, don't he? I don't know if he's got big balls or small brains. Not sure which one. Anyway, Cdogg, first of all, you're a trooper for coming to hang out tonight. This is your second show in a row. You were on with BVD, Daddy and the Dog Show. One of my favorite shows on YouTube, by the way. Did I hear BVD correctly? And he said this show might go away. Is that true?
Yeah, during the season it might. Yeah. I'm
just gonna go ahead and say it. I know this probably isn't. I know I'm putting it out on the table tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that if it doesn't happen during the season, it's probably not gonna happen after that. I mean,
Really?
I don't know. I mean, well, look. I'm out of my element here. That's between you and BVD. I'm just going off of past experiences that I've had on YouTube.
Well, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't.
Okay, well that's good. I hope it does come back. I hope it does come back.
I mean, I'm not going to go away after the season unless Georgia wins a national championship or something, but that's not going to happen. So you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, I would say even if they did win a national championship, I think Cdogg will be back. Let's go ahead and
it'd be terrible. I might take a big time break. But
yeah,
I've made too many friends here to go away.
Yeah. Be wary of your friends on YouTube. I'm not going to name any names in particular, but don't be an enabler. Let's be honest here. Chess Hall is about 2 minutes away from a heart attack. And the only person on the internet or anywhere in his life that's warning him about that is Pigskin Pete. The people that pretend to be his friends on YouTube, they won't tell him that. They won't tell his fat ass to eat a salad and run around the block because they don't really care. Chess Hall could drop dead tomorrow from a heart attack at 25 years old, and everyone on YouTube would be go, "Oh, I'm so sad. Chess Hall died from a heart attack," but not a single fucking one of them told him to get his fucking life together to begin with. It's called tough love. Now I don't love Chess Hall, but I'm the only one giving him any love on here, and I'm the only one telling him what he really actually needs to hear, because everyone else is too afraid to do so.
Yeah,
I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and give the announcement before we take some phone calls, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
All right, hold on. Let me set this up correctly here.
Oh, you got the yeah.
Your boy Pigskin Pete and your boy Cdogg Morgan are going to join forces during the college football season. I just got done talking about how if the show doesn't last past the season, it won't last at all. But your boy Pigskin Pete and your boy Cdogg Morgan have teamed up and have decided to do a weekly show together during the football season based on ACC-related content. And I think that we have cornered the market, Cdogg. Is there anybody else out there? Well, is there anybody else out there doing this? Or is it just me and you? I think it's just me and you. I mean, Mark Rogers does everything.
No, man.
He might
And
be
I
doing
was
it too.
like, yeah, one of the things when I got on YouTube, I expected there to be more variety of fans of their teams. And I always thought it'd be a really good idea to have like a conference, a show focused on a conference. And I don't even think there's a show focused on just SEC. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think there's. Well, personally, I'm not subscribed to one that watches one, but I'm sure if you go on YouTube and type in SEC, there's got to be SEC related channels on there. I mean, I could be wrong.
Well,
I don't know.
As far as like in the community, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. So let me tell everybody how this came about real quick, and then we'll start taking some phone calls. So I've been watching Cdogg. I've been watching Cdogg since before the Slob Olympics, but really ever since the Slob Olympics, he's really piqued my interest. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the show, he's one of a handful of guys that caught my attention at the Slob Olympics that have been really working hard and putting out quality content. Golden and Blue Dude. D4 Sports, Cdogg, even Mike Vick has stepped up to the plate. But I had a conversation with Lou. I think it was the weekend after the Slob Olympics. We were talking on the phone or something, and Lou said to me, he said, out of all the newer college football YouTube guys, which one stands out to you the most? And we both agreed that it was you. So
Flatter me.
I've been watching you from afar, and we were talking on the phone today, me and you, about how there's really nobody on the internet, on YouTube, in the community that's really covering the ACC in any kind of way. You've got 18 or whatever, 30, I don't even know how many there are, Miami YouTubers. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. God. But they're kind of like not really people. Miami fans are like bugs or something. I don't know.
Well,
it's everywhere.
There's just. I mean, if you look at the landscape of college football on YouTube, there's just not a whole lot of ACC guys. The funny thing is, as successful as Clemson has been over the past decade, or at least half a decade, depending on who you ask, I'll say decade. You would think there would be a lot more Clemson content creators out there, but there's really not. Just really me.
Right.
And
Bobby Durkin.
Bobby Durkins, yeah. And there's a couple others
That's all I know of, honestly.
Well, there's a couple others. I mean, but they don't. But YouTube isn't really their. It's a secondary thing. Their main content doesn't go on YouTube. It goes on some sort of podcast or even radio station, and then they upload that content to YouTube or whatever. But there's really, we were trying to think about how many ACC team YouTubers there were in the community, and I think we can't. Well, I don't really know. There's a bunch of them that I'm sure that I'm not aware of, because I'm not claiming to be some sort of expert on the situation. But you named a who'd you name? You said there was a.
There was one FSU guy. He's called like Seminole TV or something like that.
Okay. I know Turnt Tally, who's fucking hilarious, by the way. I see, is Hurricane T2, hey, T2Y is in here. T2Y is the one that that introduced me to Turnt Tally. And I'm going to say this right now for everybody to hear. Turnt Tally is one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube. Now, his content, there's a lot to be desired there, but the guy's hilarious. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta look him up.
Anyway, outside of those few people, I mean, there's a bunch of Miami guys, a couple of Florida State guys that we just talked about. I really, so for a Georgia Tech fan to come along on here, I'm happy about that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
man, I got on YouTube and I was like, there's not anybody, there's teams, freaking Uncle Lou's on here trash talking my team and nobody's here to defend them. I'm like, what the hell? So thought I'd do it myself,
Yeah. So we're about to take some calls here in a second, but so here's the gist of it. What's the 4th is Saturday, September the 4th. So we're planning on doing this show on Tuesdays during the season, starting the week one, from about 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Is that right, Cdogg?
Yeah, yes.
So from 7 to 9 or so, well, we'll do a live stream every single week during the season. We'll talk about mostly ACC related stuff. I'm sure, I'm sure the show will have a natural flow. Every show that I've ever done starts off one way and ends up another, because you have to figure out, there's things you have to figure out. You have to figure out your chemistry with the other person, the flow of the show, what the people that are watching want. But basically, the general outline of the show is basically Cdogg and myself coming on talking about ACC related stuff, and for that week. And I'm sure we'll go off the rails and talk about some other stuff that's happening. If there's some big news story in college football, we'll talk about that too, for sure. But the main focus,
or something.
Strippers, no. We'll save that for the Lunch Money Show. I don't think we're gonna have Edward on the ACC show. But anyway, I reached out to Cdogg and asked him if he's willing to do this, and he was on board. And believe me, I'm nobody on YouTube. My channel compared to a lot of other people's channels is a drop in the bucket. I realize that, but I will say this: there is less than 3 people I've ever reached out to and asked them if they want to do a show with me. So you take it for what it's worth. And part of the reason is, first of all, I think Cdogg's a good guy. I think he's entertaining, and I know he's got a lot of knowledge. That's the first 3 things. But I also know that he's not a deadbeat. He's got his shit together, and he'll actually show up for the show. To do the show. Unlike a certain fat ass that we know that can't show up for any shows. So.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta tell you, Pete. So can I tell a quick story?
Yeah.
All right. So when I first got on YouTube, I don't know if you or Uncle Lou remember this, but it was the Lunch Money Show where I first started to make my YouTube channel. Was the kind words of you and Uncle Lou that encouraged me to start making videos and everything. And I used to watch the Lunch Money Show, and I loved that show to death. And I was like, I want to do this, when I started the channel. And I was like, I want to work till one of these guys, I didn't want to be the new guy that freaking come in and it's like,
yeah. But
I just thought you and Lou were so cool. And I was like, I don't want to be the new guy that came in and was like, hey, do a show with me. So I was like, all right, I'm going to work until one of them wants to do a show with me. And to think that it happened so soon it just blows my mind. So I really appreciate it, man.
Oh,
it's like a dream come true, honestly.
Yeah. Look, man, again. I think the world of you, and I wouldn't be doing a show with anybody who I didn't think was entertaining or capable. And it's just the bottom line. I don't run around doing shows with just anybody, despite what people might think. Are you ready to take some phone calls? The phone lines are full.
Hell yeah.
Okay, good. What's up? You're on with Cdogg and Peete.
Peete, sir, how are you?
Slim, Shady, Slim. What?
Well.
Look what the cat drug in. I was about to put out an APB on your ass. Usually what happens with Slim, I realize I do shows late at night, and so Slim is, he's a responsible human being. He's not Chess Hall. He's probably going to sleep because he has to get up and work the next morning. But I start getting worried if I go 3 or 4 weeks and doing two call-in shows, night shows a week, and I don't see Slim Shady Canes in the comment sections for 3 or 4 weeks, I start getting worried about him. Where you been, man? Huh? Explain yourself.
I've been working, man. They've been running the crap out of me, and it's just not so much. I would say hours worked. It's just like, for instance, I've been getting up at like 1 a.m. to avoid big city traffic.
Yeah, so I'm not usually able to tune in either, which sucks. But I do watch them all back. I watch all the shows back.
Thank you to all the people that watch it back too. That matters. That matters. But hey, Slim, did you see my video that I did about Alabama and Miami? My preview video.
Oh yeah, I left a comment in your
oh yeah,
section about it.
Yeah, you did. Right. Yeah, you were one of the 3 people that watched it and commented. I remember.
Yeah, he left one for me too. Wasn't impressed. I take it.
Well, no, I just found some holes in your logic. That's all.
Yeah.
All
right, well,
looking for
hit me
more of a
with it.
consistent argument.
Hit me with it.
Well, first of all, you said, well, North Carolina beat Miami last year, so they're clearly a better team. So North Carolina's going to win this year. But you picked us to lose to Florida State, who we beat by 42 points. You're not holding the same logic, sir.
I didn't say it was impossible. I think Florida State will improve more this year than Miami will from last year, if that makes sense. And Florida State, do I really think Florida State will be? I mean, that was just an insane. I mean, I'm predicting the ACC here. You got to think outside the box sometimes. So, I mean, that was kind of my insano pick. I mean, most likely, I said this in the video. Said most likely Miami will beat FSU, but I figured how to make a few outside the box picks there. You know what I mean?
Hey, over
Well,
under.
let's go with logical number 2.
over under. Total score, Miami and Alabama. What you got, Slim?
Oh God. Depends how many points Alabama wants to put up.
So Cdogg is claiming that Alabama's going to name the score. They can score as many as they want to. That's what he's saying.
No. I'm actually going to say probably under 52 points total.
So let's break that down. 25-25 would be 50. You're saying 27-25 is 52. I'll go over on that. I'll go over on that.
Over?
Yeah.
The reason I say that, I have a feeling it's going to be a defensive game. I think both defenses are probably going to do really. I mean, Alabama's defense is always good. For the most part, Miami's defense has been very good for the past 5-6 years. I think Alabama's going to be lacking on offense to start off the year, breaking in so many new players. And I think Miami's offense is going to struggle against Alabama's defense.
I 110% agree with you. Now, I have no dog in this fight. So, people can look at Slim Shady Kane and say, oh, you're just a Miami homer or whatever. I have no dog in this fight. I honestly could give a shit who wins this game. I think it would be funny if Alabama lost the game. I don't think it's going to happen. But I really think people that are underestimating Miami in this game. First of all, it's week 1. Like you just mentioned, I'm a fan of one of these teams where people run around talking about you're losing this player, you're losing that player every single year, and that's always their excuse for you're going to suck this year. And then they go out there and just win, same way Alabama does, same way Ohio State does. 4 or 5 teams in the country that can claim that. But at the end of the day, if this game were being played later in the season, let's say it was a November game, I would take Alabama in November by 27. And that's just me being real. But week one, Alabama, as great as they are, and I still think they'll win the game, is replacing a lot of people, and Miami isn't. Experience matters in college football.
I don't know, man. Saban has a history of beating teams that aren't what they used to be, that are like a shell of their former selves in week 1.
Yeah. Over under. While we're talking about betting lines here, over under. Will Chess wake up tomorrow before or after 5 p.m.?
After.
I'll take the over.
1,000 on that.
I can already see I'm gonna get a lot of flack for what I said tonight, but the bottom line is he's a fat fucking baby, and he made his own bed. Now he's got to sleep in it. Oh, that's the last I'll talk about that. Anyway, carry on.
Seems as if things have come to a head.
Come to a head. A big ass head. Look at the size of his fucking head.
Now what?
God dang.
He looks like if you stuck a fork in his forehead, gravy would start pouring out of it.
Well, I mean, isn't his blood type banana pudding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Are you
on
experiencing
to
this
better
echo,
things.
son?
Say what?
Are you experiencing this echo too?
I am.
Yeah. It's hard. I'm trying to time my words. Glad it's not just me though.
No, the other point I wanted to bring up is something you just said a minute ago. And I hear this repeatedly out of people. Teams that are a shell of their former selves, and I keep hearing that Miami's never going to be good again. But listen, for people that have not paid attention to football for anything longer than 5 minutes, all these teams go through that. Alabama went through a 20-year streak where they were absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Georgia's done the same thing. Tennessee's in the middle of theirs. Clemson's gone through it. So I don't get where people get this notion from.
Well, this is...
Listen, man, I even said it a few times. I was like, I don't think that this is, I don't think the most games Miami can win is 8. They have a strong possibility of going 11-1. I don't think they go freaking 12-0 in the regular season, but they have a strong possibility of maybe pulling off that type of season. But I just wasn't convinced based on what I saw last year, and I know it was a COVID year and all that, but I just wasn't ready to pull the trigger on the Miami hype train just yet. I don't know, but I think their ceiling is definitely 11-1.
The ceiling is the roof.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't disagree with that. That was in the comments as well. What I was saying Miami should do is, like you said, their ceiling 11-1. That's what Miami should do. Now, what they're going to do, and that's been their thing over the last 15 or so years, they lose games that they should not lose. And
Right.
I'm kind of hardwired to agree with you to an extent because they've done it for so long. But I don't know. Like Pete said, it seems like they're on the upswing, and they have something that they haven't had when they tried to get on other upward tracks. And that's a lot of returning starters and a good returning quarterback.
Yeah, man. De'Aaron King is amazing. I haven't said this in my rant video that I came out with, dude. De'Aaron King, I feel like carried that team last year, and if he can stay healthy, y'all have a good chance of having a really good season. But I think they lose Alabama, or I know they lose Alabama. I think they lose to North Carolina, and I think that they at least lose some random game,
Right.
maybe one of the
And that
teams
would-
that they beat by 3 last year. You
And
know
that
what I mean?
wouldn't surprise me because almost every team loses a game every year that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And, too, and Lou kind of brought this up last year. I'm not going to say any win is a fluke. North Carolina whooped us last year. But I think it was a little fluky. And it may have been one of his videos I put a comment in. I think one of the big things that contributed to them losing the way they did in that game, that was the week after they had just shut out Duke 48-0. And I think they went in there like a lot of Miami teams have in the past, even going back 30 years. They went in there riding high on their own nuts, thinking they were just going to walk over North Carolina, and that wasn't going to happen.
I'm gonna fall into the groupthink category here, and I have never been really one, at least since I've been on YouTube, to hate on Miami. I really don't have any reason to hate on Miami. I think I've been pretty fair to them, quite honestly. But I think this is a make or break year for Manny Diaz. I think this is an important year. I really do. What is this? Is this his third season?
Yeah.
Third season. That's really go time for new head coaches. My dog is over here coughing up a lung. If anybody can hear that, I'm sorry. He's old, can't breathe.
We can't.
Anyway, I think it's a make or break year. You've got 19 returning starters, which has got to be the most of any Power 5 team. And I don't think there's another Power 5 team out there that can say they have 19 returning starters. That's a ridiculous amount of people. And so what that really means is, though, next year, after in 2022, is that Miami's going to be extremely young, because a lot of these people that are starting now are going to go off to the NFL or graduate or go do whatever, sell cars somewhere. I don't know, whatever it is that they do. And so what I'm getting at here is that most likely 2022 is not going to be a blockbuster season for the Miami Hurricanes. They've got the striker right now while the iron is hot. And they have the quarterback to do it as long as he stays healthy.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, and I think a lot of it is going to revolve around him staying healthy. I mean, the two quarterbacks they have behind them, granted, no experience, but you're talking, you're still talking a 4-star pocket passer and a 4-star dual threat. So it's not like they have nothing behind him.
I see somebody in the chat says, what did they say? Got it. Anyway, it was a football related question. I lost it. Apologize for that. Hey, somebody else is on the line here. Are you there? Somebody that calls himself Derek. You there? You're on the air.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Oh, hey, what's up? I forgot. I picked up this phone call a couple of minutes ago and forgot. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, good. Well, how can we help you? What you got for us?
Just watching the stream, just chilling.
Yeah, I see that. But you called in too, though. You're not just watching; you called in.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to let everybody know that I didn't do anything wrong, and I hopefully will be getting released here in the next 4 to 5 years. This is Derek Chauvin, by the way. I didn't do anything wrong.
So you're the degenerate cop that kneeled on that guy's neck, George Floyd. Is that who you are?
You mean the career criminal that held a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Because when people are walking, because when free Americans are walking around in public, we crucify and kill them based on accusations that were made about them earlier in their life. That's what we do as Americans, right?
Well, he was breaking the law. Apparently, he didn't watch the video. I mean, should have been cleared of all charges.
Yeah, I woke up today. I broke the law at least 3 times before lunchtime. Should I have been killed for that?
Well, no.
Well, you just said, according to you, breaking the law means that you should be killed in the street like an animal. That's what you just said. No. Under the circumstances, apparently you didn't watch the video. You just caught the biased view of the news. So you're talking about the video that literally every single human being on planet Earth has seen 5,000 times. I didn't see the video, but everyone else on the planet Earth did.
Yeah, when he's screaming that he can't be in the car and you don't think that he died of a drug overdose, which was clearly the case. Yeah, right. Just so happens, folks, this is just a mere coincidence. The guy was on drugs. That's what he died from, according to this jamoke. But it had nothing to do with the guy kneeling on his neck for 5 minutes. Absolutely. It was just a coincidence that he was kneeling on his neck when he died. It was nothing to see here. No big deal, right? Well, he didn't want to get in the car and do what he was told. Do what he was told. Do you say, "Well, fuck you, pig," or do you abide by what the cops tell you?
No, I don't. Listen, sir. I don't know what tree you think you're barking up. I do not listen to what cops tell me. If I'm breaking the law, I will listen to them. If I'm not breaking the law, they can fucking suck it. I don't know why do people think that police have some sort of extra superpower authority over human beings that nobody else has? They don't. They're law enforcement. They're supposed to enforce the law.
There are cops out there that definitely have power trips.
Oh, you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. But I'm really glad that you hung on for 20 minutes to come on here and try to tell me how George Floyd's a career criminal and deserved to die in the street like a dog. But thank you for the call. Don't fucking call back ever again. You and Chess Hall go suck each other off for all I care. By the way, this is a call-in show. This is a call.
Take a turn.
This is a college football call-in show. This is
dang.
Really? You could have confused me on that one.
Yeah. Well,
That caught me off guard.
I'm a victim of circumstance. Kind of like George Floyd, if you want to get technical. This guy likes to suck off. This guy likes to suck off police officers on his free time. That's his problem, not mine. But anyway, let's get back to the phones, and hopefully we can talk about some football instead of degenerate killers. What's up? You're on with Peete and Slim Shady and Cdogg.
Damn, Pete. What are you? This is Baskins. I don't even know what to say. This is a new Pete that I'm talking to, a savage ass Pete. And I'm kind of scared to talk because I feel like you're going to rip the shit out of me.
No.
And I'm not even going to say anything.
I wouldn't do that. You haven't heard me rip the shit out of Cdogg or Slim Shady, have you? Because I respect them. They're decent human beings. And I think the same of you. The people that get ripped by me are the people that are looking for my attention because their daddy's dead and they can't get over it, and I have to be a male figure in their life. But you don't fall into that category.
Okay. Oh well, good. I mean, I'm over here damn sweating bullets. I'm glad you ripped the shit out of what's his name earlier, getting on. Anyways, look, this is really what I wanted to say on a real note.
Hey, can
and
somebody
it's not even
in the
playing
comment
devil's
section
advocate
handle that?
Because
Thank you, whoever. Thank you to my mods.
Pete's a woman.
Had somebody
she's been good at it.
had somebody acting a fool in there.
I'll get to the funny part after this because I wanted to address this first. The whole thing with Chess Hall, I know it's frustrating to you, and I know a lot of us are frustrated by it, even though it didn't happen to us. By the way, that picture of the Carolina player is amazing and fantastic. But I think Carolina Jackpot actually took that picture too. But no, the good thing is, or not good thing, but the bad thing is about Chess. We know that he has searched for attention for a long time. When you just hear him talk, that's the main thing is he searches for attention and affirmation everywhere he goes. And on YouTube, there's so much temptation to try to, no offense, Cdogg, but jump into a creek, and get bit by leeches. I'm just kidding, Cdogg. But I know Chess does shit for attention. And it's like not sometimes, all the time it gets out of hand. And it seems like he's had so many opportunities to be able to step up and become a better YouTuber or gain a better following. And it's like he'll fail on those, but then turn around and whatever he did now, I don't know exactly what he did.
Well, I don't know if he's getting. I don't know if he's getting advice from somebody. If he is getting advice from somebody, if anybody encouraged him to go out there and trash me, that was bad advice. I don't really know what he's doing. He's regressing. Again, like I said earlier, he's going to end up like 8 camel toes.
Yeah.
He's going to end up streaming 5 hours a night in the middle of the night to 5 people, never make any money. Nobody will care about him. He'll be an afterthought. He'll be a fucking joke. Because that's where he's headed.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, there is very few people on here, very few people that you can really trust their advice, and people that you really don't want to burn bridges with because they know what they're doing. And this Jess Hall is walking around burning every bridge he can possibly burn, and it's really kind of sad. It's really kind of sad.
No, and that's kind of what I was addressing. It is sad, and I think that's the part that is kind of upsetting more than anything. And it's like Lou said earlier, he's given Chess so many chances, and it's like it doesn't make sense that somebody says they want it, but then doesn't try to go get it. And I think that's the
Uncle Lou's
part
been a fucking
he's
saint.
Trying to, I guess, cheat.
Uncle Lou has the reputation on YouTube as being the asshole. Everyone, either you love him or you hate him. Most people. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you. Uncle Lou is way nicer than I am. He's way nicer than I am. I would not have given Chess Hall 18 chances to fuck me over on a show. I wouldn't have done it. If he would have not showed up one time, I might have let that go and said, hey, don't let it happen again. Second time he didn't show up, he'd have been out the fucking door. This Uncle Lou is a goddamn saint. He gave Chess Hall 18 chances. All Chess Hall had to do was show up for 30 minutes a week on this show. He couldn't even do that because he's a fucking fat loser who stays up talking shit about people in backroom streams 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. And
see, and that's the sad part is he does that because he feels like he's trying, or not feels, but he's trying to impress these people because he thinks that they're his friends. And it's like y'all have been trying forever to try to help him out to get his YouTube better, and it's like he just has a hard time, being able to differentiate like actual friends compared to people who want him to do better in life. And anyways, yeah, I'm not trying to get you upset about that.
Oh,
you're already ready to punch a hole in the wall.
Let me throw this in.
Yes,
because
please.
I've heard some of them give him the same exact advice I've given Chess. And after you give him that advice, and he gets mad about it.
Well, because listen, look, this is
it's just because he wants to keep doing what he's doing.
This is the problem with Chess Hall. He doesn't even know how to take good advice. He's an overgrown man-child baby who's been coddled his whole fucking life, and now people are coddling him on YouTube too. And I just, I have never said anything negative about Chess Hall, ever. ever.
I know.
Until about 2 days ago when he started running his fucking fat mouth about me. And
Well,
and look, I know this is what Chess is going to do after tonight. He's going to go on YouTube or wherever else, TikTok. I don't know what the fuck he's at, TikTok. And Pigskin Pete's talking about my dead daddy. He's a real piece of shit. That's what he's going to do. I don't feel sorry for you, Chess.
Yeah.
I'm not an enabler like your fake friends on YouTube are that don't give a fuck if you drop dead tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I do care about you, Chess. I want you to eat a salad and start running around the block every day and start taking care of yourself. Go out and make a life for yourself.
damn.
Go out and make a life for yourself. Stop being a fucking loser.
Well, look, Pete, I'm gonna make you at least smile before I go. Like I said, I don't want you to punch Cdogg in the face. He already has enough being a Georgia Tech fan. But I will say, now I have to say, I'm a Georgia fan. I have to get on him whenever I can. They beat us like 47 years ago, and I know he let us hear it. So.
He's got a lot of pent anger.
Oh, yeah, easily. Because I hate it when the person wins 1 out of 40 times and talks crap.
Yeah.
It hurts. But anyways, Edward on the Lunch Money Show is supposed to give you guys a surprise. He is going to act as a cheerleader. Don't know what team, whatever, but for you and Uncle Lou, he's going to give you guys a show. And it's because of the whole Gamecock player. The whole South Carolina player, and I have no idea what it's about, but just heads up, I guess Edward's either about to rock y'all's world or he's going to talk in a really high-pitched voice for 5 straight minutes, and we won't
He's
understand
like Jay
him.
Leno.
Why did I just get the mental image of Edward in a cheerleader outfit? That's
Oh,
really disturbing.
oh no.
Oh, he might do that. Like, even though it's over the phone, he might do that, honestly, just to get into character. And he'll be on his scooter at the same time. So, I mean, definitely. But anyways, guys, I guess I'll ask a college football question and then I'll go.
Yes.
And this goes to Cdogg. It's not about Georgia Tech, but I was on a stream the other day and I heard Tennessee fans getting hyped about Tennessee. Who has a better year this year, Tennessee or Georgia Tech? I guess it is about Georgia Tech.
Shout out to Pete Digits for the
No,
for the $10 super chat. Says Pete's triggered. I wake up triggered. So you're right.
Well, damn, Rhino, that's how you feel, bro? Okay, Pete. If I helped out on that at all, then you're welcome, big dog.
Yeah, thank you, Tiger Baskins. Shout out, Rhino 26. Thank you, Rhino. I mean, I really don't even know what to say. Anybody that even sends me $1 blows my mind. So for you to send such a generous donation, I don't know. I really can't thank you enough. But it's people like you that keep this show going. I see a few more calls on here, and well, let's try this one. What's up? You're on with Cdogg, Slim Shady Canes, and your boy, Pigskin Pete.
Yeah, this is Talk Chip Hall. I hate to call in with this blackmail, but you leave me with no choice. One of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to send me $523.34 in Golden Corral gift certificates, or I'm going to expose Tiger Baskins as having no idea how to cook fried chicken. The ball is in your court.
What was the amount he hung up? Oh man! If I'm gonna get blackmailed and extorted here on live on YouTube, I at least need him to follow up. What did he say? $534 and what did he say?
Golden Corral gift certificate.
28 cents, yeah.
For those keeping score out there, well, you know what? Never mind. You know what? I'm just not going to even get into that. That's just really not. But yeah, $534.26 Golden Corral. That sounds like a late breakfast for our boy Chess Hall. What's up? You're on with Peete, Cdogg, and Slim Shady Canes.
Am I on the show?
I don't know. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. P2Y is in the building.
Pizza Wise?
Oh, Pika, what's up?
Who is it?
T2Y.
P2Y.
Oh, T2. Oh,
Okay. So
my man.
I'm gonna bring the entertainment that you're looking for, Pete.
Okay, good. I need that.
I'm gonna kick Alabama's ass, and then Clemson is next.
Oh Lord.
Oh God.
And
So
Slim Shady Canes, you better agree with me, goddammit.
T2Y, you've been hitting that damn hookah you smoke on your videos. You've been hitting that shit all day, haven't you?
You know what? It's the off season. He's absolutely right. Miami's going to beat both Clemson and Alabama by a combined score of 347 to nothing.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. That sounds about right.
Well, you know the good news is,
And don't forget,
Miami can lose to Alabama and still have a chance to play Clemson in the
Miami
ACC
lose
championship.
and Alabama in the same sentence does not make sense.
I mean, did you watch the North Carolina game last year?
That's what you mean.
Mac Brown still. They could have put Mac Brown back there at running back. He'd be scoring on Miami right now.
Damn.
Damn it, Pete, you hurt my feelings.
You don't have any feelings.
I'm not hearing myself echo.
Well, see, it's
Slim
impossible
Shady.
to hurt my feelings. It doesn't matter what they do. Now, see, here's the thing. It much like if me and Pete are right, and Miami can lose that game, but if Miami keeps it close, like we both think it's going to be, that's going to look a lot worse on Alabama than it is on Miami.
I'm going to bet. You know what? I'm not stupid enough or crazy enough to put money on the game right now. What is it, 18 points or 18 and a half points right now? Something like that?
I thought it was 17. But
So it may have moved.
18 and a half.
Okay, well, damn, it's moved. It started at 18 and a half. It must have moved. I'm not stupid enough, and I would advise anybody who's to bet on any game not to do it during the off season because you don't know. There could be injuries that happen in fall camp. There could be suspensions there could be a lot of things that can happen between now and kickoff that could change that. But if we get down to kickoff time,
if you're at the university.
If we get
University of Georgia, there's a high chance that you might get arrested before the games even start.
Well, yeah, right. But if it comes down to kickoff time, if it comes down to kickoff time and this game is still 18 points and De'Aaron King is for sure playing, I'm going to put my money on Miami. I will actually bet the game. I'll actually bet it if that happens.
Yeah, I'm definitely rolling with Miami.
Well, of course you are. Why wouldn't you?
And you know, LW put a comment in the comment section earlier. He thinks I'm trying to say that every starter is being replaced off Alabama's offense. I'm not saying that, but look what happened to your defense in 2019 when you had to replace 6 starters that got injured. They were terrible.
Hey, T2Y, let me ask you something. Let me ask you about your boy, Turnt Tally. You still talk to him?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I think he's taking a break right now, though.
A break?
I think he's.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I think he kind of
Did he get his feelings hurt?
He kind of needs a little rehab after.
Oh, rehab. Okay, no.
Yeah, you know, after Florida State basketball championship team did not work out.
He's taking a mental health day on YouTube.
Yeah, and then his hopes got dropped when their female softball team lost.
Oh wow. Huh.
Yeah, so
I thought he was just going to take off until they fired Mike Norvell and hired Deion Sanders in 3 years.
that one's still up for grabs right now. I think that's probably one of the reasons too.
Shout out to somebody called Nablin in the chat section. Sent me a super chat. Says, Pete, just remember to pay your taxes. Chess is depending on you to eat. He needs that government assistance he is getting because he won't work because he's too lazy. Well, you said it, not me, but thank you for the super chat, sir. And I'll make sure that the 20% of your $10 that you sent me that YouTube's going to tax me on, I'll make sure I send that to Chess so he can eat. But from the looks of things, he doesn't really have a problem in that department.
Oh, okay, time out. I'm out of the loop. What is going on with the Chess Hall thing? Because I did a show on Sunday. Chess Hall popped in, and what's up with Chess Hall?
You'll have to ask Chess Hall. I can't figure out what's wrong with him. He might be able to tell you. I can't.
And Sunday I am doing a show at 4. I want you to come through. Clemson is very much involved in this. You know, Georgia, all the Georgia YouTubers or whatever, they come through too. But we're going to talk about week 1.
I know you don't care because you're a Miami guy, but are you rooting for any one team at Georgia versus Clemson, or is there a team that you'd rather see win the game than another?
Oh hell yeah! I'm rooting for. God damn it! I hate to say it, but I'm rooting for Clemson.
Hey, look at that!
I got $150 on Clemson.
Hey, Cdogg, we might have to have on old Hurricane T2Y here on our ACC show. What do you think about that? We might have to have him on as a guest.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I'm down.
We could bring on different guests.
Yeah, you could definitely bring on 863 Seminole. He's a Florida State guy.
Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about earlier. Seminole TV or something like that.
Oh,
that's what I was talking about. Peete.
Okay, I need to check that out. I'll check that out. What's his name? 83. What would you say it was?
863 Seminole TV.
863 Seminole TV. I'll check that out.
He's got a fairly big channel.
Oh, does he really? See it? I'm embarrassed. I don't know who he is. I'll check him out though. But in all seriousness, man. Well, in all seriousness, T2Y, we are going to be looking for ACC guys, and I realize there's 30 different Miami YouTubers out there, and probably more Miami YouTubers than any other team that I know of. And I'm not going to have on a Miami.
You're right, sir.
How many? It's 37.
37.
37. Okay.
I counted them all one day.
Wow.
Out of all 37 of them, I'm the only one that's delusional.
Yeah. I don't think you're delusional. No, I really don't. I mean, there are definitely some Miami fans on YouTube that are delusional. I don't consider you to be one of them. But seriously though, man, I'm going to be looking for some ACC guys to come on our ACC show with me and Cdogg during the season, and so I'll be getting in touch with you.
I'll definitely be down, and I definitely won't do what Chess Hall do. Don't show up.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just to warn you,
that part I heard earlier.
If you don't show up
on Lou's show,
if you don't show up, I just won't invite you on anymore. You know, that's the way I do things. I don't coddle people, and yeah. Just I have all the faith in the world that you'll be there. You're not a fat fucking loser.
I definitely will. And if for some odd reason I don't make it, I will super chat you 100.
So now I'm hoping that you don't make it. Just kidding. I might just make it look like you didn't show up just so I can get the $100.
take a tip out of my boy Chess Hall's book on how to extort people.
Oh man, that other caller was on with the gift cards for Golden Corral. Can we cut it in half? You know, I kind of want to take the family to eat.
Huh?
You know, well, then again,
Don't
never
take
mind.
them to
Chess Hall
Golden Corral. If you love
Chess
your
Hall doesn't
family,
like to
don't
share,
take them to
so-
Golden Corral. Good God.
Yeah,
the
Chess Hall doesn't
appetite
like to
is
share, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be getting that.
T2Y, I'm gonna have to let you go, buddy. But I do appreciate the call, and I will be getting in touch with you here in the next 6 weeks or so. I'd like to have you on.
Yeah, just hit me up on Twitter.
All right, buddy. I have a lot of
Actually,
have a couple more calls on here that I want to get to before we get off. You guys, you good? You good, Cdogg? You good, Slim Shady? Still here?
Yeah, boss.
Okay, good. This is that guy that called in.
Bit of an echo. Sorry.
An echo. Anybody else hearing?
It's hard to time my words right.
Well, are you hearing an echo too, Slim?
Yeah.
You are.
Apparently, it's just me and him.
That is a little bit alarming.
It's not anything. It's just that it's every time we talk, it comes through a little late. So if we're talking over each other or something, sorry, that's what it is.
All right.
It's manageable.
It's manageable. Okay, that's all I need to know. Is anybody in the comment section hearing this echo problem, or is it just them? I mean, because anyway, this guy. Well, against my better judgment, I'm gonna pick up this call. But let's see what this Jamoke has to say. What's up? You're on with Cdogg and Slim Shady Canes and your boy Pigskin Pete.
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're doing.
What's going on, my brothers?
What's up?
Hey, I just wanted to let y'all know we as huge Florida State Gator football fans. And I come home from work the other night, and I heard some moaning coming from my brother's bedroom. And I walked in there, and he was watching old reruns of Clemson football, and he was having sexual relations with our dog. Do you think it's Clemson that would cause him to do that, or is he just fucked up in the head?
I'm starting to wonder if it's a full moon or something tonight.
Yeah, what the hell is going on?
His name's Paul Allen Foster, and I started slapping the shit out of him, and I said, you better hope Mom and Dad don't catch you doing that shit. They're going to chop your pee-pee off.
I don't even know why I'm laughing at this. This is so fucking stupid. You know what? Thank you for the call, sir. I could have let that go on for an hour, but the problem is that's the same Jamoke that was calling in talking about he was Derek Chauvin. I was nice to let him back on the air.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, same guy. Same guy.
You know what? This may be my fault. I'm about, I don't know, 50, 60 miles from Columbus, Ohio. I'm just a little
sorry.
too close to Sucknut country. This may be all my fault.
I wish that you people could see what I was looking at right now on my call-in screener deal. This is a fucking clown show. Let's see who this is. What's up? You're on with Cdogg and Slim Shady Canes and Pigskin Pete.
It's TikTok Chess Hall. How you doing?
No, it's not.
It is. It's me. You hear me?
Well, I can hear you. You're not Chess Hall though.
Okay, well, I am Chess Hall, by the way. So you can't handle a little trash talk, so you got to go talk to your father.
That's
fucked up.
That's fucked up, huh?
Shit, honestly.
Really? Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Am I supposed to feel sorry for you, Chess? You fucking fat ass running around crying about your dead daddy for 2 fucking years, trying to get people to feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you, Chess. You know, it's unfortunate that your dad died. I'm sure your dad was a great guy. But this fucking pitiful me, Chess Hall, fat boy routine running around for 2 years crying about your dead daddy, getting people to feel sorry for you, it doesn't work with me. Maybe how about make your dad proud, Chess Hall? Why don't you go out and make a fucking life for yourself?
You are a sad, pathetic excuse for a fucking dude.
Really?
You're a knockoff Uncle Lou. We all know it.
Okay.
You're the bootleg Uncle Lou.
Yeah. So.
It's the facts. Hey, you want to know something?
Uh-huh.
You know what's funny? You want to talk about this extortion? It's all a fucking lie. I have every proof. I have every screenshot. So you go fuck in the bedroom, whatever y'all want to do, because y'all ain't but a bunch of bitches. That's the truth.
I don't know if the extortion thing is true or not. But the person that's claiming that he was extorted is somebody that I trust a hell of a lot more than you, because you're a fucking liar, and he's not.
It's because you fucking Derek's nuts in your mouth, so you believe the thing he said. That's why. See? I've been nothing but cordial and nice to you, and you believe everything.
I've been nothing but cordial and nice to you. I'm gonna play the fucking I'm an innocent bystander card. You're the one that started this shit with me, Chess. And you, the problem with you is you don't fucking know how to trash talk. You don't know how to trash talk. So you start taking personal shots at me, and then you get your fat ass fucking feelings hurt whenever somebody's
Oh, keep on.
Huh?
Fat jokes only get you so far, fucking Pete. You're a fucking idiot, dude. I went trash talk with you. You went personal. Who can't handle trash talk?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
Can't.
All right, buddy.
Yeah. You can't.
All right, buddy.
Dead daddies and shit. I never said shit. You.
Your dead daddy would be disappointed in you, Chess, because you're a fucking loser. Why don't you make him proud? Go out and start a life for yourself.
Week 1, we're whipping your ass. You might as well get used to it, you fucking
I don't give a fuck about football, you fat fucking tard.
Go to AA, you fucking drunk piece of shit. That's all you are.
Okay.
Yeah. Drink your life away, bro.
Drink my life away.
Keep laughing.
Laughing. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
I bet you wouldn't slob Olympics, would you, Pete?
I bet I wouldn't what?
Would you?
I wouldn't what?
I bet you at Slob Olympics, you'd be all nice and cordial, wouldn't you?
Well, I can tell you right now, if you start running your fat fucking mouth the way that you do it on the internet, I'll slap that third chin off your face.
Come on, bitch. You want the address? Pull up. You want the
address?
Bring it.
All right, yeah. I'll be over there. Tell your mom I'm coming so she can open the fucking door for me. Piece of shit. You guys still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Holy shit.
What's up? You're on with What's up? You're on with Cdogg, Peete, and Slim Shady Canes.
Hello, this is Go Mikey. That was crazy. Sorry about the trash talk. Oh my god.
Yeah. What's up?
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Hello. I was just wondering. How confident are you in Clemson beating Georgia?
I'm about as confident as Vegas is, which is not very confident at all. And it's a 3-point spread for a reason, and I think that's about right either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this our first normal caller?
Well, I was normal, aren't I?
Yeah, Slim's normal.
You didn't stick around. So
yeah.
That's a little abnormal.
And I think T2Y was normal too. Give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you as an outside perspective, and I was just talking about this on Celine's show, I didn't know what the spread was until Pete said it just a second ago. And I said when Celine was live a little while ago, they seem like two very evenly matched teams to me.
I concur.
And I was also wondering,
Yeah, what were you wondering?
I was also, if Clemson was to lose one ACC game this year, I don't think it happens, but let's say they do. Which game do you think it is?
Boston College.
Not Pitt. Could be Pitt.
I was thinking NC State.
Oh,
What about Syracuse?
damn. Well, according to you guys, there's about 4 teams in the ACC that are going to beat Clemson. Look, the reason I'm saying Boston College is I think the Atlantic Division is the weaker of the 2 divisions. We all know that. And out of all the teams in the Atlantic Division, I really think that not Pitt, that Boston College is the best team. Now, if you're talking about
Boston College has got something going.
yeah, they've got their recruiting has been the best it's been in 30 years. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the country, Phil Jerkovich, coming back. They've got one of the best running backs in the country. They have a really good team. Now, a really good team for Boston College. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be a top 10 team or anything. But, outside...
They're like the Missouri.
Yeah, I mean, outside of an ACC championship loss, which is certainly possible, whether it's Miami or North Carolina or whoever from the Coastal Division makes it there to play Clemson, that certainly could happen. But if you're talking about a regular season game, I would say the one that I have circled on my schedule is definitely Boston College.
Yeah, I was just thinking NC State because, it's like it's going to be on the road. And also NC State plays Mississippi State at the air raid offense. They're going to be battle tested, in my opinion, coming into that game. So I feel like they have a good chance of putting off a upset against Clemson.
Yeah.
And to his point on NC State, it seems to be every 3-4 years, NC State puts a really good team on the field.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
I can't stand NC
State.
The NC State is one of those teams that even if they're good, I can't give them credit. I can't fucking stand them. Florida State and NC State are the 2 teams that I can't stand in the ACC the most. And NC State,
Really?
Yeah, well, NC State it's not even so much about NC State as I just don't like Dave Doran. That's the main thing with them. If they changed coaches, I might change my opinion about NC State. But as far as Florida State goes, this is a product of growing up, having friends that were hardcore Florida State fans for my entire youth. That basically every time I saw them just rubbed my face and how great they were and how much Clemson sucked every single day. And it gives me great pleasure, I'm not going to lie, to watch the downfall of Florida State and Clemson being on top and just thinking about those guys crying into their Cheerios. That gives me great pleasure.
That's why I hate Georgia so much.
Yeah. Thank you for the call, whoever he was. What did he say his name was? I don't know. I'm starting to. Things are starting to go off the rails here. I'm getting tired.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up one more phone call here. If you guys want to hang on for one more phone call, can you do it? Can you muster it up, the energy for this?
I think I can pull it off.
Okay, I hope so.
I got you back like a butt crack, boss.
All right. What is up? You're on with Cdogg, Pigskin Pete, and Slim Shady Canes.
Hey, gentlemen, it's J-Dub. I didn't realize that I would be sitting here in Iowa tonight watching a intrastate nuclear exchange between Peete and Chess Hall.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, who would have thunk it?
Between that and the cock smooch who called in and tried to interject the George Floyd argument into the conversation, it's been a hell of a show tonight, Pete. I just want to say, you got Slim Shady Canes in here who loves to tweak the Bama fans. I think Bama wins this game something like 41-17 because they get a cheap score or something late. I think the game will be closer. It'll feel closer than the final score is going to indicate. Now, I think the one thing that probably isn't being given enough thought so far is that the Alabama defense is going to be really good. I mean, they're going to be greatly improved this year. They probably got the best linebacking core in the country.
This is certainly
a top 5 secondary, and
this is an honest question.
I just think the Alabama.
This is an honest question, and I know Slim Shady Canes is going to be honest because he's not a delusional Miami fan, and of course I know Cdogg will be honest too because he doesn't have a dog in the fight either. But is there really anybody out there outside of a handful of trolls on the internet who only watch or pay attention to college football, 3 months out of the year? Is there really anybody out there that's doubting, that's thinking that Alabama is somehow just going to go away and they're going to lose 3? I heard somebody who did I hear that earlier today? Alabama's going to go 9-3 is what they said because they don't have.
That's outrageous.
That was me.
That was you. Okay, good.
No, I have said it before, but not today.
Oh, all right.
Well, if that happens, you won't have to wonder. Well, how come we don't hear from J-Dub anymore? Well, how come Webster's not on here anymore? Because if they go 9-3, I'll be dead. So I mean, you'll know what happened.
Well, we'll also know what happened if Jeff Webster disappears on beginning of September because if Miami somehow manages to pull that game off, you better run, Jeff.
Every year is same.
I can only imagine.
It's the same song and dance every year. Alabama lost this guy to the NFL. He lost that guy to the NFL. They're going to be no good. They're going to lose 3 games. Has Nick Saban, outside of maybe his first year or second year at Alabama, has he ever lost more than 2 games? Ever? No.
Now, I circled 3 games for them that were stylistic mismatches. That Ole Miss offense just gives Nick Saban defenses trouble. Dan Mullen, several years with his offense under a couple of different quarterbacks have given Nick Saban defenses trouble. And the offense Miami's running, and De'Aaron King is kind of set up to give Nick Saban defenses trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everything is golden in Tuscaloosa and that it's like, wave a magic wand and Yahoo, we're right back in the title game again. Somebody, I've been saying this forever. I don't know who it's going to be. Somebody's going to get Bama, but the only thing I'm going to say is that it is not. I know who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Texas A&M. Texas A&M suddenly doesn't get a wave a magic wand and make up a 4-touchdown margin. It's not going to be the Aggies.
I feel like Ole Miss. I'm leaning towards Ole Miss.
I like that pick.
I know. Y'all can laugh if you want, but the game that worries me is the Iron Bowl because of how Bama plays down there and the way Auburn always gets ultra jacked up in Jordan hair.
You're the Alabama.
That's the game, especially if Bama goes into that game undefeated. I could see that being one of those games where Saban's just trying to get them to focus and pay attention, and something happens to them. So I'm worried about the Iron Bowl.
You're the Alabama guy, so I'm not going to pretend to know more about it than you do. But I out of all the teams on Alabama's schedule this year, I think Auburn is at the bottom of that list as far as a threat to beat them. I really do.
Yeah.
I would on paper, I would completely agree with you all the way, Pete. It's just it's been a lifelong experience of me seeing fucking unexpected shit happen in that game. I mean, nobody expected the scam back. Nobody expected the intervention of Satan himself in 2013.
I get what you're saying. The unexpected is bound to happen. It happens every single season, whether it's Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, you name the top 10 teams in the country. It's going to happen to anybody. But my point is, it's more likely to happen to a Ole Miss or somebody along those lines, or even a Miami, than it is with Auburn this year.
To that Ole Miss point, I agree with it to a certain extent, but and a lot of people are going to because of the scare that Ole Miss gave Alabama last year. But I have absolutely zero faith in Lane Kiffin as head coach.
That's a hot take there.
Yeah,
that is a hot take.
I know. It's A&M is a trendy choice because they only lost one game last year. It was to Bama. They looked good at certain times. They also struggled. A&M had a couple of struggle games, and look, I'm not. Don't take this as a Bama homer comment, but you know this as college football fans. You guys, I trust your opinion as college football fans. I don't care if there's 105,000 people screaming in Kyle Field. You think that's going to intimidate Alabama? You think the Alabama football team is going to be intimidated going into somebody's stadium, that somebody's going to have a psychological edge over Nick Saban in Alabama? That don't happen.
No.
No, there's no such thing as a psychological edge over Nick Saban. He's the greatest coach of all time. Not happening.
See, that's what's so great about your show, Pete, is we can get people on here with differing opinions, differing teams that they like, and we can sit here and discuss, games that our teams are going to play against each other without having to say, well, we're going to stomp your fucking ass, which is what happens when you don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
You just resort to, we're just going to beat your ass.
Yeah.
Facts.
That is a fact, and I'm glad you pointed that out, because I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a pat on the back here, because I've created this monster. That I've created the show where I can have on people from different fan bases and have a discussion like this without people losing their fucking mind. You know what I mean? So shout out to me, I guess, for that.
Well, I think that's what most of us. I think that's what most of us are in here for. I mean, you suck, we're going to beat you, blah, 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 and we beat you 5 years in a row, which automatically means we're going to beat you this year, blah, blah, blah. That's what happens when you don't have anything to say. That's not trash talking. That's just showing that you're stupid and you're not paying attention.
I agree. So, as amazing and fantastic as thank you, J-Dub. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I'll get out and get in the comments.
Yeah, thanks to you.
You guys have a great one.
Yeah, J-Dub always coming through with the hot takes. Love that guy. Good people. And guess who else is good people? Cdogg Morgan's good people. And Slim Shady Canes is also good people. My only complaint about Slim Shady Canes is I wish that I saw him more often on YouTube in my shows.
I try.
I know.
The one I'm able to consistently get is the morning show.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Cdogg said earlier, I mean, like most people, I try and go back and watch every live show that I miss.
Yeah, rewatchers' lives matter. I'm gonna get a shirt made that says "Rewatchers' Lives Matter." Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? Think that'll sell?
Yes. As a rewatcher, I like that idea.
Honestly, all jokes aside, I'm a rewatcher too. I mean, there's very few shows that I'm able to catch live. Even some of my favorite shows on YouTube, when I know they're coming on, I only catch maybe 20% of them actually live. I have to rewatch them too. So I get it.
Yeah.
So, all right, Slim Shady.
Sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah, Slim Shady. Give me your final thoughts here, your final words on the most amazing and fantastic underrated college football call-in show on all of YouTube. The floor is yours.
Bama sucks. Nick Saban is doo-doo, and we're going to win by 100 bajillion points.
Traveling Fools agrees with you. I might have missed his super chat earlier. He sent in a $5 super chat and said the same thing. Well, actually, what he said was that Miami was going to beat Alabama by 100 goals. Not points, goals. So
Field goals?
Well, he said 100 gold. I don't know. He said 100 gold.
That's what it takes.
He said, I don't know if he's talking about soccer or I don't know what he's talking about. Really don't. All right, Slim. Be safe out there on the roads. I love you, brother, and I'm sure I will talk to you very soon.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
See you, Slim.
Slim Shady Canes. Responsible human being out there. Most nights he can't watch the Pigskin Pete YouTube show. Same thing with Cdogg here, because he has a life and he has to wake up early in the morning to go make a living for his family, something Chess Hall would not know anything about. But anyway, Cdogg, we have not only have we successfully navigated a shit show of a call-in show, but we've done it successfully, and we actually did it without anybody actually getting hurt, I think.
Some feelings might have been hurt.
Yeah. Well, that might be true. I don't know. But in all seriousness, I'm super excited about our new venture together, our new show every Tuesday night during the college football season, from 7 to 9 right here on the Pigskin Pete YouTube channel. I'm really looking forward to working with Cdogg. This is, and that's not, I'm not kidding. I think Cdogg is extremely talented, knowledgeable guy, and it's also good to have a fellow ACC homer. There's not many of us out there, Cdogg. We're like a unicorn, you know. Not that many of us out there.
Honestly, that's an interesting question. Maybe we could talk about this, but I kind of figured Clemson was always like didn't care for the rest of the ACC. Like, you're beneath us, you know.
Well, you know what? I'll save the Georgia Tech trash talk for our show.
Yeah. I can't wait for that, dude.
Yeah, well, that's gonna
be the biggest Tater fan you've ever seen.
We'll save that for the show. All right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping. And look, Cdogg just did a 2 hours on Daddy and the Dog with BVD, and now he's done another 2 hours almost here on the Pigskin Pete. This guy's been going 4 hours strong, which is no easy feat. So I want to thank you personally for coming on and co-hosting with me tonight, and I'm looking forward to working with you, brother.
Absolutely, man. You know, it didn't feel like 4 hours because I was having fun.
Yeah.
You and BVD are my dudes, and I love this. I love the opportunity to have the show with two of the best freaking college football YouTubers, and I'm stoked. I'm so stoked.
All right, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everyone go check out my man Cdogg. If you don't know who he is, I'm assuming that most people that watch me, if you're here right now, you probably already know who Cdogg is. He's been part of the community for a while now. But if for some reason that you're here and you don't know who he is, you know what? I just hung up on him. I'm not sure. I think his YouTube name used to be Cdogg Morgan. I think it's just Cdogg now. Capital Cdogg. Go check him out. And believe me, I would not point you in any direction of any YouTube video maker that I wouldn't co-sign on, which is quite frankly one of the reasons and one of the main reasons I contacted him and asked him if he wanted to do a show with me in the first place, is because I have respect for what he's doing over there. So that's gonna wrap it up, folks. Thank you to all the people that called in, even the George Floyd guy. Well, you know what? Fuck the George Floyd guy. Who am I kidding? Chess Hall can go eat a dick for all I care. And other than that, all the calls are amazing and fantastic. Thank you to Rhino again for the super generous super chat, as well as some of the other people that send super chats in, and you know. I can't remember who all of them were. But thank you to all of you. I will be back on Monday at 10 p.m. on the Uncle Lou channel for the show about nothing, Lunch Money Show. Well, we were scheduled to have BVD on. I'm assuming that's still happening, but quite honestly, I don't know. But anyway, whether or not he's on there or not, we'll still talk about nothing for 2 hours and make it semi-interesting. I promise. Other than that, everyone have a great weekend. Be safe out there in these streets. Don't get George Floyded by a crooked cop or something like that. All right, guys. I love y'all. I'll see you guys on Monday night, or maybe even sooner. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll fire up a hangout stream this weekend. We'll see. You know, if I have free time, I'll do it. Not a lot of free time around here, though. All right, guys. Your boy, Pigskin Pete, is checking